Today I'm speaking to Kenneth Joronge. Now, Kenya is one of the countries in Africa with an impressive track record of developing a market out of small and medium companies. The government has traditionally offered incentives to SMEs, and Kenyans themselves are known for having a strong entrepreneurial spirit. Now, tell me, how is this crisis affecting the reality?
All right, so the country is definitely in a crisis due to the COVID-19 shock, and it is expected to further reduce the growth, GDP growth of the country. The World Bank predicts that the GDP will grow at only 1.5% in 2020 compared to 5.4% in 2019. Large impacts will be on the service industries, that's transport, retail, trade, tourism, events, and leisure. So the other industry that are expected to be affected is manufacturing and construction, as well as agriculture. So this is due to social distancing, the measures of social distancing that has seen a lot of employees stay at home. So we're also expecting to see a lot of imports going down. Exports, we export a lot of horticulture, tea, coffee. They're coming under pressure now. The flower exports have already been hit hard. And, during this whole Mother's Day demand peak in Europe now, it was really hit hard. We were unable to send that. Reduction in tourism earnings is also expected during this whole time. We've also seen a slowdown in remittance flows that has also been affected. So it's been a tough journey for a lot of SMEs in the country.
Right, I see. But I also hear that the government is taking a number of measures to try and help the SMEs specifically. I was wondering if you could highlight some of these measures, particularly the ones that you think seem to be working the best.
Yeah, the government has introduced tax cuts for turnover and corporate tax rates, and that should support SMEs for both large and formal firms. They have also started value-added tax for refunds and payment of pending bills. They have been having a lot of pending bills for a lot of SMEs, and that is what is in the process right now of them being paid. These measures will be critical to help firms survive. However, we've seen a lot of reduction of employees. Over 100,000 employees so far have lost their jobs. The president the other day spoke about having over 500,000 people losing their jobs during in the next 6 months if the pandemic continues. So we've also seen the Central Bank of Kenya reducing the bank's lending rate from to 7.25. This has been the lowest in a while, in a couple of years. So this will definitely increase non-performing loans, but also it will help ease the burden on businesses who need cash right now. We've seen also some private sectors, especially the Kenya Private Sector Alliance, the banks, coming up with funds to help SMEs, and we've seen a lot of SMEs getting support in terms of monetary value. So we're expecting to see that going forward.
Right, and obviously we all very anxious to see, to get over all this crisis. And
Yes.
we speak to a lot of people in different countries. Everybody is starting to look for the opportunities as we move forward. And I wanted to hear from you, what do you see, particularly in Kenya, as the main opportunities, both for entrepreneurs and for investors alike?
Yeah, so despite the crisis, Kenya has been considered one of the best performing countries in terms of growth, in terms of returns, in different fields. So I think the slowdown only in different aspects does not mean that the country has enormous opportunities in real estate, enormous opportunities in the tech business. We've seen a lot of tech happening in the country. So there are still a lot of opportunities for investors right after this pandemic. So we're hoping that we will see a lot of investors coming in for this. The NSC is also a great place right now, just like many global stocks that have gone down. This is also definitely a very perfect opportunity to come and grab some of the companies that are doing slightly better, but are under pressure right now due to the COVID crisis.
Right. Well, Kenneth, thank you so much for your time. This has been very
Yeah.
enlightening, and I hope to see you soon in Nairobi.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you.